kind words. I am so thrilled to be here. You are my people. I feel so comfortable in a room with dog lovers, cat lovers, animal lovers, and supporters of Bideawee. I just recently had a tour of this most wonderful, loving, caring place, and it was just overwhelming. I don't think I ever really recovered. There are a lot of things I want to share with you. So many stories that have meant something to me and would mean something to you. A lot of people will ask me, why animals? There are so many causes there. Good causes, worthwhile causes. Why do you devote so much time of your life to animals? And I happen to know that at HSUS, we get over 1,000 calls for help every day. And not one of those telephone calls comes from an animal. I can say the same thing for actors and others for animals. Maybe 200, 300, 400 calls asking for help, and not one of those phone calls comes from an animal. I always feel we're helping ourselves while we're helping animals. There's a story that just recently came across my desk about a man who was walking along a road with his dog, and he was walking, and suddenly he had a thought. He thought, I think I'm dead. And he looked down at the dog and he remembered that this old dog had been dead for years. So he thought, well, I wonder where this road is taking us. And he kept walking and walking and walking, and he came to this beautiful marble wall with these beautiful pearly gates. It looked like the road was paved with gold. And so he knocked on the door, the gates opened, and there was a man sitting there at a desk, and he said, hello, where am I? The man said, this is heaven. He said, that's wonderful. We're awful thirsty. Can me and my dog come in and get a glass of water? And he said, well, you can come in, certainly. We'll order some ice water for you immediately, but we don't allow dogs. And so the man backed off and left. And they walked and walked some more, and they came to kind of an open field, and there was sort of a falling down fence, a little gate, and he walked through there, and he saw a man leaning against a tree, reading a book. And he said, excuse me, sir, would you have water somewhere for me and my dog? Absolutely. He said, there's a pump over there, and there's a bowl for your dog right beside the pump. Help yourself. So he said, thanks. He went, filled the bowl for the dog. He took a slug of water for himself. And he said, this is terrific, thank you. And he said, listen, where am I? And he says, this is heaven. He says, well, no, wait a minute. That's confusing to me because I just left a place where the guy told me it was heaven. And he said, oh yes, he said, you mean the place with the paved gold streets and the big thing with the marble? No, he said, that's hell. He said, well, don't you mind that they're calling themselves heaven? I mean, don't you get angry at that? He says, no. They screen everybody for us because anybody who would leave their best friend behind belongs in hell. Yes, you tell them. You said it. See, they know. Bideawee is an extraordinary organization, one that I have respected and admired for years. When I told some of my friends I was going to be honored by hosting this event, every one of them said, I got my first kitten from Bideawee. I got my first puppy from Bideawee. It turned out I was the only one who hadn't adopted from Bideawee.